Hi, welcome to a short video on how to use the Turnitin.com tool called GradeMark in Desire to Learn. So let me just give you a little rundown of what I'm going to do. I'm going to play two roles in this video. I'm going to play the role of professor and I'm going to play the role of student. So the professor is going to be the first role, and we'll create a Dropbox. We'll enable the Turnitin.com software to analyze the results. And then I'll turn it over to the demonstration student. That student will in turn submit a paper to the Dropbox. And then we'll take a look at the Desire to Learn situation from the professor's side again. They'll grade the paper using GradeMark. And finally, we'll look at the paper again from the student perspective and how they get their feedback and what they can see in terms of originality report and things like that. So that's the basic idea that we're going to do here. I'm in Desire to Learn. This is course link, the University of Guelph D2L instance. This is a live course that happened in winter term 2014. And I'm going to create a new Dropbox folder. And we'll give it a meaningful name like GradeMark Demo. The originality check we will enable for this folder. That means that the Turnitin.com software will be running against any submissions to this Dropbox. And I'm not going to associate it with any gradebook items or things like that. The originality check options down here. We can allow the submitters, allow the students to see the originality reports, which is a good thing to do because otherwise they won't learn from what they've submitted. And we're going to, check it against all the usual suspects. So we will save that and close this screen. So now we have a brand new Dropbox. I'm going to change my identity here. So I'm going to go to class list. And I'm going to choose demo student. There I am, and I'm going to impersonate that student. So you'll see up here in the corner I'm now in as the demo student. So I want to submit a paper, so let me go to Dropbox. All these Dropboxes are closed except for this one. And I want to submit a file. So we're going to add a file. I'm going to drop a file there. I'm just going to get a file from off the screen and drag it in here. There we go. Really quick upload. Innovation and teaching.pdf. Ooh. Okay. So as a student, I'm going to add this file, and I could add some comments. Please grade me easy. I was awake all night. And then that will be submitted into the Dropbox. And if I go back to Dropbox and view the history, I can pick my favorite Dropbox, GradeMark Demo, there it is. And I can see what's going on. So I've submitted a file. It's been unread by my professor, and the Turnitin.com originality report is still in progress because it's going against the database and the internet and things like that. So I'm going to pause the video here, and in a few minutes I'll come back when this reporting's done. In the meantime, I'm just going to go back to professor mode. Okay, I'm in professor mode here. I'm going to go in and grade the paper. So let me go into Dropbox, find the Dropbox I'm interested in. I could view by user or by files. I've only got one user, so let me click on this file here. It's going to pop up in a new window, and I've got my evaluation piece on this side. I can hit markup document. That'll open up a new window, turn it in document viewer, and it'll set me up with GradeMark. So if I want to see the originality report, which I noticed was 100%, I can see that this has been all copied and plagiarized from something called Health Prod Daily. I'm not sure why that is, but if you go further in, you'll discover it came from the University of Guelph, and it's a press release. So I just copied the press release, put it in a Word document, saved it as a PDF, uploaded it, and so on. But I wanted to show you GradeMark. That was the purpose today. So let me zoom in just a little bit on this document so you can see what's going on. There we go. So I've got my document here on the left, I've got some commonly used grammatical, fix it up kind of pre-built comments on the right, things for composition, awkward wording, sentence fragments, things like that, composition marks, format problems, line spacing, no paragraphs, all that kind of stuff. And I'll show you how these things are used. So you start reading through this document and you discover a problem. You just highlight it, and then you click on what you've highlighted and enter your comment here. So you can change the color of your highlighting, make it blue, green, yellow, and you can have some semantic things associated with. So blue is not a bad error, red is a fatal error, whatever it might be. Please use, the bilingual STLHE, SAPES instead, whatever it might be. So we've got that, and then this comment goes, and it just leaves a highlight mark and a little bubble. You move your mouse over the bubble, shows you what's going on. And again, we can find something, and we can add a little comment here. Please capitalize, i.e. inquiry based learning. Give a little example, and we can save that. And if we have other errors down here, business analyst, supply chain manager, software developer, oh, we're missing a comma there, so we can grab our missing comma, and then it's associated with what's going on. And if I wanted to edit this comment, I could edit it and talk more about this. Otherwise I just use the default text. And likewise, we go along. Oh, there's Stelly again. Enter my comment. Please use Stelly, SAPES. Now, if I keep typing this error over and over again, I can save it as a new quick mark. So I can click on that, give it a title. Whoops, STLHE. And put it in the commonly used one. And then it'll be there. So the next time I run into that error, I can just grab it and pop it in. So there you go. You can move these comments around. When you mouse over, everything's good. When I'm done, all I have to do is close this window, and then I can give the students some feedback. Excellent work, except for the plagiarism, and give them a grade if you have it on a rubric, all that kind of good D2L stuff. Update that, and then the student knows what's going on. So I'm going to flip back to the student view and give you the final piece. Just 1 second. Okay, once again, I'm in demo student mode, so everything appears to be what a student would see. So I go into a Dropbox. I'm going to view the history, find my favorite Dropbox, and I'll see that little envelope, it's been read by the user. There's my originality report, so if I want to see how I did, I can click on that and learn from my mistakes in plagiarism and so on and so forth. I can click on GradeMark and I can see what feedback they gave me. So again, my document pops up and I have all these little bubbles. So I just move my mouse around and I learn what has been done. And you could, print it off and take it into your prof and say, you told me about this, please use capitalize. We did some what we learned in class, what's going on. And away we go. So we have all this information in our folder. It's really easy to do, really easy to mark. And I highly suggest that people use turnitin.com for the plagiarism detection, yes, but also for the GradeMark feature and functionality. It's no fuss, no muss, there's no paper, and away you go. Thanks. Bye.